Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning back in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the newest album from Duster. It's self-titled, it's called Duster. So this is actually Duster's first full-length album in 19 years over here. And if you're unfamiliar with Duster, they're a rock band that was pretty active during the mid to late 90s, and then quietly disappeared off the face of the earth after the release of their sophomore album, Contemporary Movement. But that wasn't before they left an impact on the indie rock community and helping birth a subgenre of rock called slowcore. Now, their sound is slow, obviously, but it does come with this more like insular feeling with it. And I mean, maybe the closest comparison I can make is something like Slint, but way less odd and eccentric than they were. And I can still hear Duster's influence reverberating through the indie rock underground nowadays, from bands coming out of labels like Run for Cover Records, or even Exploding in Sound. And for a 19-year gap, this comeback record over here is actually pretty decent, I think. It's weird. A lot of these tracks do feel like they've come directly out of the late 90s and were recorded maybe with their older material. Kicking off this record, the opening cut though is one that I just don't really enjoy. Really obnoxious melody that's kind of just like repeated throughout the entire song that drags on with what feels like forever. I actually think this record would have been better if it kicked off with the second track, I'm Lost. And you know, sifting through this track list, the first song that actually kind of grabbed me was the song Summer War. Feels like a very textbook Duster track here, but with a better standout melody on it. And I mean, honestly, the second half of this record is far more interesting than the first half, in my opinion. The track Go Back actually showcases Duster experimenting with their sound a little bit, which I kind of wish they did a little bit more on this album. They create some pretty amazing textures on this track with some really fuzzy sounds that creates this big wall of sound that kind of swallows you up. But the like deadpan spoken word vocals and the kind of odd guitar melody that bleeds throughout this thing just kind of gets stale for me a little bit. The track Hoya Paranoia was a big standout on here though, and probably my favorite on this whole record. It is easily one of the most tingly, calming, and nerve-wracking experiences I've had from a song in a long time, actually. The instrumentation on this track is amazing, and it does remind me slightly of spots off of Pavement's Slanted and Enchanted, and it kind of feels like you're floating away in the summertime slowly. So I mean, overall, I do think this is a pretty enjoyable album from Duster if you are already a Duster fan, because for the most part on here, they are just kind of sticking to their formula that's worked for them in the past, which at times does work on tracks like I'm Lost, Summer War, and Letting Go. But for the other like half of this record, it doesn't really stick the landing for me, becomes stale pretty quick. I just wish that they would experiment with their sound a little bit more and try and weave in some new tones and textures into the mix or something. I did see this meme online a little while back that said anything released by Duster is peak Duster, and I really used to think that was the case, but I still think Stratosphere is easily their best work. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 6.5 over here on this Duster album. Now, I went online to their label's website, and it looks like there is a standard black issue record that they had up there, but it's sold out. But at the time of me recording this video, you can still get it wholesale for some reason. Not really quite sure what's going on there. I'll leave links down below as usual. And if you guys listen to this Duster album, what did you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching. If you want more content from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Peace.